This is the most powerful electric jackhammer on Earth. It cuts through concrete like butter, absorbs incredible vibrations, and draws the same amount of power as your toaster. But how do they do it? Late spring in a quiet corner of central London. And a familiar sound is wafting on the breeze. Near the British Museum, a crew is carrying out crucial upgrade work to a road. The problem for site manager Derek is that vibrations from his giant JCB hammer are upsetting the nearby museum.
They cause one of the vases to vibrate towards the edge of the shelf, which sent them running out for us to tell us to move away from the edge of their vaults.
The question is how to dig up the road without destroying priceless artifacts. The answer lies in the industrial powerhouse of Germany, where this factory near Stuttgart produces the world's most powerful electric jackhammer. Operating at over 1,000 beats per minute, it's like a giant metal woodpecker. A balance of precision and power, this ultimate boy toy is the baby of engineer Stephanie.
From the outside, they look very hard and tough, and in the inside, they're very delicate, very sophisticated.
A jackhammer is basically a giant steel nail attached to a motor and then pounded non-stop for the rest of its life. The first problem is that to withstand such abuse, the body must be incredibly strong, but still needs to be light enough to carry. The answer lies in the use of high-grade aluminium. It's light and tough, but even the Class A stuff isn't tough enough. So to strengthen the main parts of the body, they're stacked up and heated for 8 hours in an oven at 870 degrees Celsius. This tempering rearranges the metal's microstructure and hardens it up for a lifetime of pummeling. The next challenge is that the aluminium skeleton contains internal parts that must be engineered to surgical standards. So key pieces are machined into shape in this computerized lathe. As the part spins round, a metal carbide tip shapes it to an accuracy of up to 1,000th of a millimetre, 100th of a human hair. A tough skeleton and precise parts are all well and good, but they won't work without some muscle. The guts of the machine is, of course, its motor. And that's the next obstacle for the German engineers. How do they create the power to hammer a sharp metal bit into concrete 17 times a second without making the thing too heavy to lift? For designers like Andreas, getting this kind of performance wasn't easy.
We had the task to design a tool that's more powerful, and we were not allowed to draw more energy out of the electric power net. So that means you had to design it a lot more efficient.
The end result is a jackhammer that can destroy a road using less power than a toaster. But superpowered jackhammers can be a headache for builders like Danny. Or rather, a finger ache. The constant juddering can cause a nasty condition called white finger, which results in numbness and, in extreme cases, loss of fingers.
Heavy vibrations coming through your hands, which would cause white finger, which was pins and needles in your fingers, constant white patches. White finger does last for the rest of your life. It's not it's something that just comes and goes.
Filtering out these bad vibrations is the next challenge for the German engineers. Their inventive solution is firstly to fit the jackhammer with decoupled handles, which act like your car's suspension. Secondly, back on the production line, the business end of the jackhammer also helps eliminate the shakes. A piston attached to a striker pin transfers the motor's energy down this hammer tube and onto the striker. This in turn attaches to the tool holder, and finally a hardened steel chisel or pointed bit. The precise and innovative arrangement of these parts helps disperse vibration to areas other than the handles. With the motor, handles and hammer mechanism inserted, the finished product is ready for packaging, and Stephanie can give her boy's toy a workout.
It's really fun, especially as a girl. It's pretty cool to demonstrate such a big tool and look at all the guys that are in awe to see a girl actually breaking a lot of demolition of concrete.
engineers like Stephanie. These days, you don't have to be built like a brick outhouse to destroy one. And Danny can happily hammer for hours without troubling the museum's Ming vases.